wondering, is he related to Mama Mancini? Well, yes. This is your grandmother's recipe, isn't it?
This is my grandmother's recipe. She came here from Italy, and I learned all her recipes, and I have her beef meatball here and our turkey.
But it should be noted that the recipe that she brought to America was a recipe that began in Italy. So this is not something she developed after she got here. She brought it with her from Italy. Dates back to 1921, I believe.
Well, my grandmother came here in 1921, and she brought it here with her.
And she brought it with her from Italy. So this predates 1921. This is the real deal. Now, it's her beef recipe, but then you all adapted that recipe and also did a turkey meatball.
That's
is that right?
And I worked on the turkey for over a year to get it to the right blend of turkey.
Well, we were showing pictures earlier. Would you like to see Daniel, the only picture he knows that exists of he and his grandma? This is Mama Mancini. That's his grandmother when he was a toddler. So you cut your teeth on these meatballs, didn't you?
I've been eating them my entire life.
That is awesome. Now, these sold out the last 3 times they were on the air.
Yes.
In the beef. I'm going to put your picture right over here so you don't lose that. So let me tell you that the beef is sold out the last 3 times on the air. Talk to us about these because you told me these are all hand rolled.
That's right.
Okay.
So your offer here today is a beef or a turkey. You're going to get 6 pounds of each, and they come with the sauce. This is the only place you can get this offer. This is an exclusive for QVC.
Now, it's important to know that this sauce is as important as the meatball.
That's right.
Because your grandmother believed that both of them were equally important in this recipe. Now, what's really amazing about this sauce and these meatballs, everything comes together with beautiful, authentic ingredients.
Yes,
okay.
And I have them all here, and this is key to what we do. Unlike meatballs that you would find if you went out to a supermarket that are full of preservatives, and you can't even understand half the ingredients, they all fit right here. The meatball is either turkey or your beef, and then we have pecorino romano cheese, whole eggs, onions, parsley, the right amount of breadcrumbs, not too many, just the right amount.
Just enough to bind it together.
And the sauce, which is incredible, we import from Italy, whole Italian plum tomatoes that we crush.
Now, Mary, the sauce for these meatballs, the tomatoes, are imported whole from Italy. They don't crush them until they get them in the U.S. This is so fresh, so authentic, so wonderful. I need to let you know 2 things. Number 1, this pack-up is only available on QVC. Nowhere else at Mama Mancini meatballs are sold. Are they sold in this configuration? This is only for us.
Only here, and this size only.
6 pounds of beef or 6 pounds of turkey meatballs. The sauce is identical in both, correct?
Yes.
Now, let me also tell you, our beef is more popular, but our turkey is more limited. So please don't wait on either choice. And if you want to keep a good thing coming, every 60 days for 1 year, we can ship these on auto delivery, and you can lock in that great price. Shall we get busy doing some tasting?
I think
because
so.
I was hoping you'd say that.
I'm going to put a little extra cheese on there for you because I know you love that Parmesan cheese.
I do love it.
Right, and a little bit of sauce.
All right, so we'll start with the beef.
Yes.
So these are the beef meatballs. Oh, let me get a little more cheese on
there.
There you go. Okay, how you doing? All right, that's it. All right, here we go. Let me get.
So what you're tasting is what Grandma would cook.
So this recipe is.
That is it.
This dates back prior to 1921.
Yes, and I like to tell people what takes us 5 hours takes you 15 minutes, and Grandma's in your kitchen. How incredible is that?
Oh my gosh,
right?
Daniel, that is the true. Nicely done, Mama Mancini. Mwah. That is so amazing. And what's so great about these is that they are tender. The big rap on meatballs many times is that they're too dense, they're too tough, they're not good because they're not tender and they're hard to chew. These melt in your mouth.
They do. We hand roll them, as you said. Each one is hand rolled.
So you don't overwork them.
We don't overwork them. If you overwork them, you're ruining them. I mean, so we take our time with this. It's a slow process.
Now that's the beef.
Yes.
Let's go after the turkey.
Okay.
Now, when you make your turkey meatballs, you don't use all white or all dark. You use a mixture.
A perfect blend of it, white and dark.
Right.
So you're tasting both of it, right?
And then you hit it with some fresh sauce and some Parmesan cheese, of course. Here we go.
And these can be portioned off when you get them home. If you want to turn these into small portions for yourself, it's incredible.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Happy dance, Mama Mancini. Happy dance. Happy dance. That is crazy. These are so good. They're so light. They're so tender. You're getting 6 generous pounds. Question for you.
Yes.
I get 6 pounds of meatballs and sauce, but I only want to make 4 meatballs. But I'm thawed this out. Can I refreeze these meatballs?
Absolutely. Portion them off in the freezer-safe package and put them right back into your freezer.
Oh, that's perfect. Or put them in my food saver?
Or for your food saver, absolutely.
Either way. Now, I'll let you
way.
know, if you want the turkey, I have 900 left to go around, and a few more to go around of the beef. Please understand, the beef has sold out the last 3 times on the air.
Yes, last 3 times.
This is the first time ever on In the Kitchen with David. We are thrilled that we'd have these in our show tonight. This is the real deal. This recipe comes from Daniel's grandmother, who brought it with her from Italy when she immigrated to this country in 1921. So think about it. The recipe is even older than 1921.
Yes.
This is the way meatballs were meant to be made.
That's right.
Oh, so
old-fashioned,
fantastic.
simple. And over here, David, I put here 2 turkey meatballs.
Okay.
So a portion would, when you get these home, is one of these large meatballs and sauce. So if you're watching and you don't want to eat too heavy during the week, 2 of these turkey meatballs with some broccoli, the way you see it, is only 270 calories.
But 2 turkey meatballs by themselves are
huge.
only 140 calories.
Correct.
2 beef meatballs by themselves are only 170 calories. Now, let's hit this with a little more sauce.
Okay.
And I'll hit it with a little more cheese because you never have enough Parmesan. There we go. Oh, you guys. Oh, yes. Yes. Let me get a little more cheese on
Yeah,
that.
load them up.
Are you kidding?
You have to put a little cheese
Come
here too, right? Cheese on everything tonight.
These are crazy.
And I put some recipes out here. So, you know, when we think past the meatball, turn it into a dinner by itself like this, a bowl of meatballs, sandwiches.
Meatball subs.
Absolutely.
And what's great about this, you got your favorite pasta. So you come home, you boil some water, and while you're doing that, you get your, what I would do is I'd get these home, and I'd thaw them out the day I get them, or just, leave them out in my refrigerator the first day they arrive. And so I can portion them.
Yes.
Then I'd put them into my food saver bags, into portions that I know that I'll eat.
That's right.
Then refreeze them, and then come home at the end of the day. And remember, your food saver bags, you can simmer in boiling water if you wanted to.
so
You
to
could
get
even put them in
ready
there
like
with the
that.
sauce. And you could do it that way, or you could just empty it into a saucepan and let them simmer that way. Can you put them in there from frozen and let them simmer?
Yeah, I would think so, absolutely.
But it's probably better to let
In
them
the food
thaw
saver
first.
bag, right?
Yeah.
I would let them thaw, and I love putting them in a pot and letting the house fill up with that aroma.
Oh my gosh!
Which
is there
creates
anything
that
better?
it's an incredible memory.
Is
I mean,
there
we all
anything
have that
better?
memory as kids walking into grandma's house. Cut another
wait
one there
just a
for you.
Kevin, you and the whole crew, y'all got to get some meatballs. Have you had these meatballs, Kevin? So good. All right, my producer and the whole upstairs crew would like a big platter of meatballs also. All right, now here's our update. If you want the turkey, I have fewer than 700 left. And the beef that sold out the last 3 times on the air, I have 1,800 remaining. But please remember, that beef is sold out the last 3 times on the air. Please understand also, the turkey meatballs are delightful. They're light. They're flavorful. It's the same sauce. It's just a different meat that you're using in the meatball.
Right, so you're gonna get a little bit of different flavor in the sauce, but it starts out with whole Italian plum tomatoes, again, that we crush.
Exactly, and those plum tomatoes are imported from Italy.
Only from Italy.
And they're not crushed until they're opened in your facility where you manufacture the meatballs.
Yes.
That's so amazing. Let's go to our phone lines, and we're going to welcome Paulette in Texas. Paulette, are you ready for the authentic Italian meatball?
I just wish we could have it across the TV.
Oh.
This long distance is a little bad.
I tell you what, it's hard to maintain your manners when you're around all this good food. That's what I'm talking about. Paulette, what did you think about a recipe that dates back prior to 1921 that came straight over from Italy?
It's got to be good.
Oh,
it's
my
older than
gosh.
I am, so that really's got to make it good.
Well, you know what? I
So-
have to believe that it's probably older than most of us if it originated prior to 1921. So this
Those
is,
old recipes are the best.
aren't they? I mean, good grief. You can only imagine what the original recipe must have looked like if someone wrote it down in someone's original handwriting, probably stained with a little sauce on the edges of the card, all those kinds of things. Because remember, recipes become a diary of our life. They're so much a part of our history. And this
I
is
have
just,
some of my great-grandmother's recipes that have those exact stains on them.
oh my gosh. And
Paula,
that's
make
what,
sure you write them down, because they're
and-
gone at some point,
Exactly,
right?
and take pictures of them so
Yes.
you always
Right.
have
Yes.
great memories. Paulette, did you choose the beef or the turkey?
I got the beef.
Well, you
Good
are
choice.
going to love it. These are nothing short of amazing. I can't wait for you to try them.
I am anxious to try them, and thanks for talking to me, David. This is the first time I've ever talked to you.
Well, Paulette, it's a pleasure, and anytime you like to come back and visit, you're always welcome.
Well, anytime you come down to Texas, give us a shout.
Yes, ma'am, you can count on it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Paulette.
Bye-bye
Bye-bye.
now. Let me tell you also, I now have fewer than 500 left in the turkey, and 1,500 left in the beef. Remember, the beef sold out the last 3 times on the air. I can also tell you these meatballs are all fully cooked.
Yes.
So what you said takes you 5 hours.
5 hours
to
takes
create.
you 15 minutes in the kitchen.
Takes you 15 minutes in the kitchen. And remember, it comes with the sauce. You boil water for your pasta. You put these on to simmer. You make a nice green salad and a pitcher of iced tea.
Have a glass of wine.
Or a glass of wine. There you
Right.
go. And then sit down to an Italian feast. But you have to remember, meatballs. That is the hearty comfort food. That's the Italian dish that we consider traditional, great Italian comfort food. This is what's so amazing. And can you imagine also, I would imagine that if you wanted to make a lasagna with these and crumble the meatballs and use that in your sauce.
You take a lasagna takes a day to make. You cut it down, but 15, 20 minutes, you have a lasagna.
My word.
This is actually a baked ziti that we put here, David. So you
and
have
you topped it with meatballs.
Yes. What could be better than that?
Oh,
we
my
have the
word.
ziti under there. You cook the ziti, you put it in your plate, you cover it with sauce, put some meatballs, some cheese in the oven a few minutes.
Chef
and you
Tony's
have
over here
baked ziti.
salivating. I know it. Come over here and have some meatballs, Chef Tony. This is Chef Tony Notaro. He's a little bit Italian, just a little bit.
Little Siciliano.
About 100, about
Thanks.
100%. Try the beef, and we've also got some turkey.
All right.
I
Here we
mean,
go. I'm going in.
you're the man when it comes to our Italian specialty here at QVC. What do you think?
Is that incredible?
Bust out some Italian, Chef.
Molto bene. The meat is tender. The flavors come through. It's not overpowering. And I got to tell you, and I've never said this to anyone, the sauce, dude,
Good? Thank
Unreal.
you. Thank you, Chef.
kept it true.
Molto bene.
The
Molto bene.
sauce takes us
Molto
hours.
bene.
David, if you wouldn't mind, would you just try
I
the
would
sauce,
love to
right?
try
Just so you can
just
get
the
the full
sauce.
flavor of that sauce.
Here we go.
It's so rich. Slow cooked. You only get that with the whole tomatoes.
It's like it's been simmering on the stove all day long in Mama Mancini's kitchen, but it's happening in my kitchen. That's what's so amazing about this. You want to have people over for a traditional Sunday Italian dinner? Wow, this is what it's all about. Now, let me tell you, how many are gone now, Sean? 2,200 sets are gone. If you want the turkey, I have 500 left in the turkey, and the beef, 1,400 left to go around. We are super, super busy on our phone lines. Daniel, I have to say, you're
Thank you,
welcome back
David.
anytime. These
Thank you
are
very much.
nothing short of fantastic. Don't miss out on these. They're amazing, and everybody's lined up for meatballs. All right, this is M47544. Mary Molto Bene.
I just want to talk with my hands. There are so many people lined up to eat meatballs. It's awesome. I love our crew for that. We never waste food on In the Kitchen with David.
don't. We
Never,
eat
ever,
well,
ever.
all of us.
Now, there are two very important things that we need to discuss.
Yes, please.
Number one, in case you haven't heard, we are taking the show on the road, and we will be in Chapel Hill. We will be in Chapel Hill, North Carolina on Wednesday, August 5th.
My mama's coming.
I'm so excited. And if you would like to join us, go to